Hey everyone, it's Cassie and I am here with Club La La Land Crafts, and today I get to show you what is inside the November 2018 Club Kit. This kit is going to rock your world. Our first stamp is Rockstar Marcy. This is what she looks like all colored up. She has this adorable guitar and it says, "You are a rock star and you rocked it." How perfect is that? Our second stamp for this month is called Rock On, and it is this adorable hippo band. So we have our drummer, our singer, and our guitarist. And it says, "It's your birthday, rock on, let's rock and roll, and sing your heart out." How absolutely perfect for all the music lovers in your life. The coordinating dies this month are 3 roses, Rockstar, and this adorable guitar. And this is what they look like when they are all cut out. How fun is that? If you are already a member of this club, your kit will be winging its way to you shortly. If you are not a member and you would like to become a member, there is a link in the description below. You can go ahead and click on that link, follow the directions there, and get yourself signed up. It's $39.99 a month plus shipping, and you get high quality rubber stamps and dies. You also get exclusive tutorials just for club members. How cool is that? The deadline for this month is the 17th, so you want to get signed up before the 17th if you want this kit to be your first kit. So after you watch this video, go ahead and click on that link below. So now let's get to some coloring. I've stamped Rockstar Marcy onto some Nina Classic Crest Solar White cardstock. I'm going to be doing one of my favorite paler skin tones today. It's not super pale, it's kind of like a light tan. I'm starting with the base coat of my lightest color, which is an E30, and putting that everywhere there's skin. I realize I skipped the fingertips. I will go back and fix that later. I'm now going in with my darkest color, which is an E33, to add in my shadows. And then I'm going to blend that out with an E31. At this point, I'm going to add in the cheeks, and I'm using an RV42. And then I'll blend over everything with my lightest skin tone again, which is my E30. The lips are an E04, softened with an R00. I want to have a little bit of fun with her hair, so I went with a dark magenta. I'm going to start with my second darkest color, which is an E29, to add in my shadows. The next color I'm going to use is an RV69. I'm going to stretch out those shadows somewhat, leaving plenty of space for the highlight color. When I'm coloring hair, I don't usually leave a pure white highlight, so I'm going to go over the entire hair segment with my lightest color, which is an R37. I'm then going to go in with my very darkest color, which is an E49, and start building back up those shadows. I'll continue working back through my colors, flicking in the color for some texture. You do need to be careful when you do this that you don't use too much brown. You want the magenta to remain the main color, so use the brown sparingly. Just get it in there enough to create the dimension. When I'm working in hair, especially more complex hairstyles, I often work in sections to keep myself from becoming overwhelmed. So I'm just going to go through all the rest of my hair sections, repeating the exact same process. This part is sped up quite a bit, even for me, but in my videos I normally do have my coloring sped up. I know that some of you would like to see coloring in real time, and I really wish that I could do that for you, but unfortunately because of where I live and my very slow internet, long videos aren't something that I can upload at the moment. However, if you'd like to color along with me, feel free to pause the video at any point to back up or to adjust your speed settings so that the video plays at a slower speed so that you can follow along with me. When you're coloring hair, one of the things you want to keep in mind is the direction that the hair is hanging down. So you want to make your flicks following the hair. That's why you'll see me turning my page a lot while I'm doing these pigtails, because the hair kind of goes in a couple different directions, and I want to make sure that my flicking motions stay in the same directions as the hair is moving. When you're watching a coloring this sped up, you can really see how the different layers work together to create the overall image. You can also see the difference that contrast makes. This dark color I'm doing very, very sparingly because it is very brown, and I don't want to lose my red color. But I'm just putting it into the deepest shadows to really make them pop. It's this E29, which is a very reddish brown, that really kind of does the magic thing for this hairstyle. It really defines some of the hair. When you're coloring in a flicking motion, it can be easy to go over the line. If you do go over the line, use your clear blending pen to push the color back inside the lines. I want to do a white t-shirt, so I'm adding in my shadows with a T3. I do realize that I started coloring in the vest with the shadows, but it's okay, I can fix it later. I'm going to go through all of my shadows with the T3, then blend it out with the T0 all along the white areas, and then I'll finish it up by going over all of that with a clear blender pen just to really soften that area. And then I'll go through and do the same thing on the guitar and on her shoes. If you don't have toner grays, you can use any of your gray families to do this. It'll just change how warm or cool your whites look overall. For her skirt, we're going to work darkest to lightest with our colors. And her skirt is pleated, so you will have some shadows that go down those pleat lines. I don't go down with my darkest color, I kind of go partway down, and each color I progressively go further down, so the pleat isn't quite as tight by the time you get to the bottom of the skirt. And I'm going to go through all of my blues twice on this skirt to get it blended into the color that I want. And it's at this point that I realized that I missed the fingers. Her gloves only cover part of her hand, and so her fingers do need to be colored in with the skin tones. So I'm just going through and doing my normal skin tones. I'm also adding in a darker shadow right along her hairline because it kind of got washed out compared to the very dark hair that we gave her. I'm going to go through and do my gloves in the blue the same way as I did the skirt. And then I'm also going to do her headband in the blue. I'm giving this headband a little bit of a crease down the middle because it's gathered behind her ears, which would fold the fabric, creating a bit of a shadow and a crease line that would go through the headband. Just like we did with the hair, I'm actually going to be using a different color as my deepest shadow color. This gives a lot more contrast to this blend. So I'm going to go through with a B99 to create the shadows on the guitar, and then I'm going to go over that color, make sure to go all the way over that blue so it does turn green, with my next darkest color, and move through all of my greens. I'm keeping things really simple with my black and just starting with a T10 as my darkest color and working my way through to the T4. Again, I'm working in sections to keep myself from getting overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed very easily by complex images, so breaking it down into individual components is really helpful, and it makes the project a little bit more approachable. So now I'm working on her shoes, and then I'll finish up with her guitar. I want the little bar at the bottom of the guitar to be a metallic silver, so I'm base coating it in a T4. Then I'm going to pop open my brushed pewter distress stain bottle. Just pop off that little top, and then use a paintbrush to paint on some silver. And this will make it nice and shiny and metallic. Then just make sure to pop back in your lid all the way so it's nice and tight, and screw back on the cap. I also have these very, very tiny rhinestones. They're actually for fingernail art. But they work perfectly for this, and I'm just attaching those to the guitar using a little bit of glossy accents. And that adds just the perfect amount of bling to our little rock star. Here she is all finished up. Here she is on her finished card. Isn't she adorable? I actually have her popped up on a wobble spring so she does move. How fun is that? If you like the stamps and dies you have seen me use today, make sure that you sign up for Club La La Land Crafts. There is a link in the description below. Remember, you have until the 17th to sign up if you want this to be your first kit. And here's a second card also using this kit, this time using the hippos. I absolutely adore these hippos, they are so cute. If you want any more information on these cards, or on the products I used, or on Club La La Land Crafts, be sure to visit my blog. There's a link for that in the description below as well. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you soon. Have a wonderful day.